of trying to make money out of it and actually trying to do something I really wanted to do. So I focused instead on like, the dating website. And back then, that was really what was popular for me, what I was into, and focused my entire attention on that. And that took a couple of years again to get off the ground, to get going. But I'm so glad that I made that pivot and made that transition way back when, because, without that, I wouldn't be where I am today for sure. I mean, that first dating website actually is what became Elite Man magazine. So it's pretty cool looking back on it now and how much that has fueled my success. But one of the main points I want to make in today's episode, one of the biggest takeaways, is to embrace rejection. Or embrace it in all areas of your life. By pushing yourself beyond your limits and trying risky things, you will succeed faster than everybody else. You will see success quicker than anybody else will. Because you're pushing yourself and pushing things to their limits, you are constantly testing things out and trying things and getting information. That's the important thing, is you're getting that information. You're constantly getting the feedback of what you can do to be successful and what doesn't work, so you can cut those out. I run some ads for Elite Life Nutrition on Amazon. It's one of the cool ways. It's called pay-per-click. It's one of the cool ways to advertise a new product. So if a new product comes out, I throw some ads on it, and we have a bunch of keywords, and we bid on them. Anybody who's familiar with pay-per-click, you have your Google ads, your Facebook ads, you have your Amazon ads, which is kind of the newest of all three. And there's a bunch of other ones out there. But anyways, you have your ads on your keywords, and you bid on certain keywords and different words that you think might be applicable to your product. So you have like different groups of keywords that cost different amounts of money. And one of the best ways to maximize the amount of money you're spending and make your ads more profitable, believe it or not, is not just obviously finding the good keywords, the different matches of keywords is great. Like, you want to do that. You want to find your main keywords, and you want to bid on those keywords, and people click on those keywords and they see the ads on Amazon. You get different sales and products and stuff like that. You want to find your good keywords. That's a given. But one of the best ways, actually, to optimize your spend and to optimize your ads and to make more money and to be more profitable is to let go of the keywords that are costing you money and not actually leading to sales. So you have, say, 100 keywords, and maybe a couple dozen of them are really good, really profitable. Really, I mean, every time people click on them, they're people are buying for the most part. Those are your great keywords. But you also have a majority of those keywords that Amazon keeps putting up because you're bidding on them, and people aren't clicking on them, or they're clicking on them and they're not buying for whatever reason, just that type of phrase that people are searching for. They're not interested in actually purchasing your product. Those are the keywords that are costing you money, and those are the keywords that you are wasting money and having up. Those are the ones you want to get rid of. So by chopping those ones out, you actually spend more money on the keywords that are working, and therefore not only do you make more money from the keywords that people are buying on, because you're allocating more money towards those keywords, but you're also saving money by cutting off the money you're spending on the shitty keywords that are not making you money. So it's a great twofer here. It's a perfect way to allocate your money into the right keywords that you want and actually be more profitable overall. And it's actually a good tip for anyone starting off on Amazon, or anyone selling, and not just Amazon. That's for really anything, any type of pay-per-click. You want to cut off the shit that's not working and put that money towards the shit that is working. And it's really it's very simple. But when you dive into the data, it's very interesting to see some of the things that and maybe you thought were going to work, or that you thought were good keywords, and then you find out just by looking at the stats that they're not good keywords, or they're not profitable for you. So you cut them off, you chop them off, and it's just exactly what we're talking about here. You go out, you do things all the time, you push yourself, you push yourself to the limit, you push the envelope as far as it can go from time to time, and socially, personally, professionally, you just expand and try to take things to the next level. Don't be afraid of rejection, embrace rejection. The faster you can get, the more rejections you can have, and the more you can learn from every single rejection, the faster you will grow, the faster you will be successful. And just like we're talking about here with the keywords, when you do these things, the key thing is you have to learn from every single rejection you face. Otherwise, you're not going to grow. You're just going to keep having those rejections over and over. But when you do grow, when you do listen to, or when you do learn from the rejections that you have, it's an incredible place to be. That's when you're cutting off those keywords that are not profitable. That's when you're allocating your money to the places that are more profitable for you. Or in this case, you're putting, your investment, your time, your energy, your focus into the things, the techniques, the strategies, the tactics in life, in business, personally, socially, whatever, into those things that are actually working for you. So you chop off the shit that's not working. You chop off those keywords, so to speak, that are costing you time and effort and money, and you put your energy focus into the things that aren't working. And that's what you want to do. And you want to grow. You want to grow. You want to learn every single time you put yourself out there. Every time you put your money out there on Amazon or pay-per-click, whatever it is, every time you bid, you're advertising, you're putting yourself out there to the world, you're pushing the envelope. Every time you do that, you want to make sure you're investing in something worthwhile. You want to just be throwing your money out there and sometimes you're getting a hit or sometimes you're getting a miss, and your money just going to waste a lot of the time and you're not learning anything. That's just shit. That's absolutely what not to do. That's what I did, back when I was 12 years old, back when I was 14, back when I was 16, back when I was 17, sitting next to that girl in class for fucking 3 months being awkward as shit. That's not what you want to do. And, I highly recommend you start being smarter with how you allocate your energy, your focus, your time, and learning from those lessons that you're going to have when you start pushing things and you start testing things and you start trying things and embracing the fact that you're going to be rejected in life and you're going to face failure. Once you do that, the sooner you can do that, the sooner success is going to start coming into your life, and you're going to see things start to really change for you. Seriously, it was one of the biggest things that changed in my life, was this whole mindset shift. This was one of the biggest mindset shifts I've had in my life, and it completely changed the way I thought of things and the way my life was headed. So know that you will fail, know that you'll look like an idiot, and know that you will feel like shit at times. But know that this fuels the fuck out of you and gives you the energy you need to succeed. It's like working out. It's like going to the gym. It's like, lifting those weights. You're just flexing this muscle. You're flexing the rejection muscle every single time you push the envelope, every single time you push yourself past your limit. You're testing yourself. You're working out. You're putting that good hormetic stress on yourself, emotionally and mentally, not physically necessarily anyways, but emotionally and physically. Emotionally and mentally, you're putting a good stress on yourself and making yourself become stronger, making yourself become rejection-proof. Let me take another sip of this water because my throat is getting dry, and we're going to be wrapping up in just a couple of minutes, but this has been an awesome, I almost said interview. It's not an interview. This has been an awesome chat with you, and I really do appreciate you listening to our episodes here and being a fan of the Elite Man podcast. By the way, if you can leave, I know I say this all the time, but if you can leave, it takes 30 seconds or so, leave a quick review on iTunes or Stitcher or iHeartRadio or Spotify. We're on as well. Just leave a quick review. Most people are on iTunes, so I do say iTunes the most, but take 30 seconds, leave us a quick review. You can even do it right now while I take a quick water break. I do appreciate it. It helps us get found in the search engines. And just helps us overall as a show. It helps us in popularity and viewership. So take 30 seconds, 5-star rating, review, whatever it is. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to continue to deliver the value that I bring each and every week, because if you're listening and you come in every week, you're getting something out of the show. I can guarantee you that, and I do. From the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate you listening and being a fan of the show. But I'm going to take a quick water break. Do me a favor, leave a quick review if you haven't yet, and talk to you in a sec. All right. That was not 30 seconds, but while you review the show, I'll just continue on. And hopefully you can pull up and still listen. I don't even know if that's possible, listening to the show and leaving a review. I don't even know if that's possible or not. But if you can do that, that'd be great, because I'm going to continue to talk. If not, you can pause this episode, of course, and take 30 seconds to do it. Or you can wait to the end of the episode and leave the review if you want. Or you can say, Justin, go fuck yourself. I don't feel like reviewing right now, dude. I will do it later, though, because I'm a good dude and I love your show. So either one of those options, totally cool. We're going to be wrapping up in a minute, though. This is really the only way that I know how to live life at this point. This is the only way, is pushing the envelope, doing things that I don't even think I can do, or if I know is possible for me to do, but being okay with that. I know that I can't do a lot of things. I know that there's skills that I don't possess, but I live every single day with the thought that I can do virtually anything that comes my way. And I know I can't do a lot of things, but I like to think that I can, and I push myself into doing those things. Every single day, I push the envelope. I push my boundaries. I push things socially. I push things personally. I push things when I go to the gym physically. I try things out, and I try to live a life that I leave no stone unturned. I live a life that keeps me fulfilled and keeps me going and motivates me. And that's where I get my motivation from, my fuel. People ask me, like, how do I get this, work ethic of just fucking grinding it out all the time, working on the podcast and the magazine and the supplement company and then the book, which I finished, by the way, a couple months back. And I'm actually right now, I'm in the process of getting an agent and hopefully getting a publisher. Hopefully in the next couple weeks. We'll see how that goes, and maybe in the next month or so. But, I mean, the book is going to be fucking incredible. Elite. Actually don't know exactly what the title is going to be, so I almost let that slip. Elite something, though. I'll let you come up with the title and let your imagination take over. Elite something is the title, though, that we got going on right now, followed by a subtitle which explains exactly what it is. But I'm not going to reveal that just yet. I'll tell you what, though. I will in the next month or so, when we get the book deal lined up, when we get the agent, the publisher all lined up, and we have the title laid out, you guys on the podcast, you will be the first to know what the full book title is. I don't want to let it slip right now in case it changes, because it honestly, it might change. It probably will change, because I haven't set in stone yet exactly what it's going to be. So I don't want to let that slip. But elite was the first word of that. I'll let your imagination run wild on it. But I promise I will let you guys be the first to know what the title is going to be as soon as I know, in about a month or so, or 2 months. We'll see what happens with that. But anyways, I know absolutely no other way of living aside from pushing myself, pushing my boundaries, and facing rejection. Every single day, I don't give a fuck about failing. I don't give a fuck about rejection, because I know those things are going to make me a better man. I know those things are going to be lessons in my life for me to learn from and to grow from and to become a more refined man. They are things it's not like I look forward to failing. I never look forward to failing, but I look forward to testing myself and seeing if I can do something. And, half the time, I see I am able to do something and I can do it, and I feel fucking great because I did it. The other half the time I fail at it, or I'm rejected at something, or, but whatever it is. But that other half of the time is actually where the learning takes place. When I succeed in something, when I fucking knock something out of the park, when I'm good at something, even if I'm pushing my limits and I actually end up doing well in it, I haven't really learned that much because I already knew those things. Like I didn't necessarily know I could do it, but I knew those things in terms of having that ability, in terms of having that mental acuity to get something done. But if I fail at it, if I didn't succeed, or if I was rejected in something, that's something that's going to teach me something new, a new lesson that I haven't learned, a new skill that I haven't obtained yet. So those are, it's really two ways of looking at it. You can look at it like, it's a failure, it sucks, it's shitty, whatever, which is how most people look at it. Or you can look at it like, the way I look at it, some other elite men look at it. This is a fucking great opportunity to better myself. This is a great opportunity to improve in an area that I'm not good at. This is fucking a new challenge that I'm going to embrace. Being an elite man, I embrace challenge all the time. Everywhere I go, I embrace challenge. I embrace different obstacles, different things that push me, that motivate me, that inspire me. Those are all things I want to go after in life, and that's what I'm trying to impress upon you. I'm trying to impress upon you the belief that it doesn't fucking matter whether you succeed or you fail. What really matters is that you learn from your failures, that you learn no matter what, that you learn from the times you're rejected, from the times you hit the pavement face first and you think, all hope is lost. That's when you pick yourself back up. That's when you find out what